if you have a look at quite a traditional relationship, I'd say, do you think if you met two guys, one guy was more of a homebody, one guy was more very much of a socialite and going out, which do you think you would prefer?
Oh gosh. Can I just not merge them and just have the
No
middle
merging,
ground?
no
I need the
merging here,
middle ground.
Stacey. Nope.
Oh gosh.
You have a guy who's more of a homebody and a guy who's like a socialite, always going out, gets invited to events, always wants to go.
Oh, that's difficult, because I'd be very hypocritical to say that I didn't like the socialite, because then that ends up me not liking myself because I'm a socialite.
So here's the thing. We can want what we want. So, and it's okay to want someone who's complementary to what you have.
Yeah.
So which would you prefer out of those two guys?
See, I'm going to be completely honest here.
Always.
That's what we got to do.
That's what we're here for.
I believe that a complete homebody would be somebody that would be I don't want to use the word boring. I'm sorry. I don't mean it. I don't mean boring, but I can't find better language to be able to explain what I'm trying to say. I believe that I would want to do all of these things, and I'd be concerned that they would get fed up of me doing all of those things. So I think in my own mind, I'd prefer somebody that's already in that creative space or already in that space, but then that breeds those other issues of, the balance of business to personal relationships. Yeah.
Do you think that there's a higher... Do you think there's like a higher risk of like the person who's always out, always around other kind of people? Let's say that you're not there with them, right? So they're going out to these places without you. Do you think there's like a higher risk of them straying, them doing something they shouldn't, or is there not even, it's not even a factor for you?
No, I think, again, it depends on yourself. It really does to me, for me personally.
Yeah.
I think any person will stray if they want to stray. They can be at home and they can be online. True. And they can be on Instagram messaging women when,
True.
And same females to males. Whereas if you're out, the same thing can happen. So it doesn't matter where you are, in my eyes.
I subscribe to that, though. When people get into a relationship, they become much less social.
Very true.
Like, why do you think that is?
Comfort, maybe? Mm-hmm. Maybe comfort. I don't know. For me, maybe it was comfort. Maybe I just really enjoy spending that time with that quality time, because it's a massive value for me personally. Mm-hmm. So maybe I just literally just absolutely loved that more than the socializing. So that took a higher priority for me.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just that balance of figuring out you can like that part and you can like that part, but get the balance.
Yeah, I agree. I hear that for sure. I think there's an element, anytime there's like a social event, there's always an element of, I could meet someone.
Really?
100%. I think that is a huge reason why a lot of people go to social events in the first place, because it's like, I could meet my next boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Especially for guys, when I say for guys, because 9 times out of 10, if they're going to go out, they're having to buy girls drinks, they have to make the approach. So if you have a woman, it's like going out, there is hardly any interest because you're not open to dating anyone.
No.
Right? You're saving money because you don't have to go out, buy people drinks, whatever. You're saving your ego because you have to try and approach a girl and then her reject you or she says yes.
Yes.
So for guys, it's like, if I have a girl at home, I don't need to be anywhere.
That's nice.
Right? Unless it's like for work. For girls, I think, a lot of the time they get into clubs for free, they get drinks bought over for them, guys approach them as validation, stuff like that. But there is always like a possibility of, I could meet someone pretty amazing. And the reason I say this is because there was this club in Australia that was going to be like an only women's club.
Okay.
And because obviously sometimes we've heard of like girls going out, guys approaching them, they don't want to approach them, ask them for drink, all of this stuff. Did not last.
Didn't it?
Not at all.
Wow.
And it was like a club just for women.
Wow, how
And for me, I'm a bit
that?
like, if you're just going out to have fun, that should be every reason. Like, you're in a space where there are no guys.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about being hit on. You don't have to worry about any kind of creeps or anything. or guys asking to buy you drinks. You don't have to worry about any of that. But they didn't go. They preferred the clubs where there were guys there to do X, Y, and Z. And I think maybe my assessment is wrong, but I think that's just really showing, at least for a lot, that the social element of potentially romantic potential is always part of the attraction to go to social events.
Okay. Now I have a new fear unlocked. Oh no! If I meet a socialite that likes going to events, I'm like, you like going because you're potentially wanting to meet someone.
Potentially. But then I would say that, but I think that's why it's kind of, it's not the only reason, but I think to pretend there's not an element of that, I think we'd be naive for men and for women. I think for guys though, it makes way more sense to not go anymore because it's more of an expense to try and go out and meet a girl. Whereas for girls, like it's...
Right, so it's more girl-based than guy-based. You think a guy's happy to stay at home when he's found somebody he likes?
Yeah, way more so. Because the thing is, because here's the thing, and I'm just going from girls I've spoken to, anecdotal, sure. If she's in a relationship, even if she goes out, she can still accept a drink from a guy. She can still get validation of other guys wanting her, even if she doesn't do anything. Now, while she's technically not crossing a line, there's still a level of validation that comes with that.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. And attention that comes with that. And attention is the most valuable currency right now. But also as well, and this is what guys think about. They think if she's open to meeting someone who's more successful, more handsome, more rich, more confident, more mature than I am, she may go off with him instead of me.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I think there's an element of, every relationship is different, but I think there's an element of, okay, what boundaries do we have in place to protect the relationship?
For sure. So
like, for example, like if I'm in a relationship, there are certain things I just, like I won't meet with like another woman one-to-one.
Yeah.
Even if it's like, oh, I just met her and we're friends or whatever, because it's like, well, I have friends. I'm not looking for more friends. Like outside of the potential romantic, what other business would I be meeting with her one-to-one?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's not saying that if I did, then anything would happen, but it's just about removing temptation or removing yourself from a situation that can invite what's not going to serve the relationship.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but then that leads me to say, well, do we remove all social media? Because there's temptation all around us all the time.
I completely agree. So this is where I would say, because the thing is, social media is such a huge part of today, and there does have to be certain boundaries for the benefit of a relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, you know, guys, and maybe even girls say this, you tell me, I've heard guys be like, if she has no social media or she's private, barely any followers, oh my gosh, green tick.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And I've heard girls be like, especially if they've dated like big influencer guys as well, stuff like that. They're like, if he has zero social media, maybe he's private on there. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a godsend.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way as well or no?
I've heard it. I definitely have heard it. And I have felt that way in the past. Yeah, I have. I've felt that way in the past. But no, it doesn't matter because, like I said, I've dated different types of guys. Yeah. I recognise that it's on me to find what the values, morals,
I agree,
all of those things are. And then I think that you kind of secure in your own decisions and you feel like you can trust them on that basis.
I agree. I think it's always down to the person, you know, their character, what principles they live by. I think these are just like influencing factors that guys think or like women think about as well. So I remember I had this guest on the show, and I don't think she is anymore, but she used to be a stripper.
Okay.
And she was like, guys would like take high interest in her, would love that. And then when things got down the line, they'd be like, I want you to stop stripping. And she's like, but I've been doing this from day one.
Yeah.
And I agree with her, as a guy, if you know you wouldn't want your woman to be doing that, don't go after that kind of girl.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But it's that mentality of, okay, if I'm taking her seriously, then guys just become sexually territorial a lot of the time.
Yeah. Do you feel like guys will do that regardless though if they see a pretty girl on Instagram and they scroll down and they go like, and then before you know it, it's like slip into the DMs and be like, hey.
Yeah.
Is that something that can also happen, you know?
Him sliding into her DMs?
In the sense of they know that maybe it's their own morals and that those principles, but is it a little bit of that temptation again where they might not see all of those values or morals or anything on that social media profile?
Yeah, they won't.
But they're still going to go for it because they go, well, why not? We'll give it a go. See how they are.
Yeah. I mean, guys are very visual. So the whole reason a guy takes interest in a woman in the first place because he finds her really attractive.
Yeah, for sure.
I think in the beginning, he doesn't know whether she's going to be someone who just more of a casual thing or a serious thing.
Okay.
And he only knows that once he gets to know her.
Yes.
So if he gets to know her, here's the thing. If he gets to know her and he's like, cool, this is just going to be a casual thing, she can do whatever she wants. Go all to the events, post whatever you want, half naked, all of that stuff. If it's, no, I see a lot of value in her and I think she's an amazing person that I'd potentially want a future with, that's when he starts to get territorial and be like, okay, I'm actually not happy with this.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, whether what he's happy about or not is down to him in the relationship. But I would say if it's something to do with her work, I would say, look, if you know for a fact you would not accept this on a serious basis, if you're going to approach her, you're only approaching her for one thing. And that's just what it's going to be. Don't expect anything more from that.
For sure.
Because it wouldn't be, I don't think it's fair for him to ask her to change what she's doing if that's part of her work.
Yes.
Because now he wants to have a serious relationship with her.
Exactly. And it's what attracted him to her in the first place because of that lifestyle and because of posting beautiful photos.
Well, it's because you're attractive.
Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly.
And that's what the profiles, the photos technically show. Which is true. Anything else you want to bring to the table today? Any one last thing?
There was one more question, but I can't think of it. So I might have to just.
That's what it's gonna come to on the way back. Like,
it literally will. Yeah, that was what it was.
That's what it was. Okay, I'll ask you one more thing. Okay. Would you rather be right or would you rather be happy?
Oh, good question. Can you not be right and happy?
Maybe you can't. I don't know. With some things, maybe there's can't. You can be right, but
I can't. You know, it's my opinion, but I feel like there's always compromise, and you don't have to be right or wrong. You can meet in the middle, and you could, because I think if you are always trying to be right about something, you're not really looking at the resolution or solution of the situation that's actually causing you the pain or causing you whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to take that. She'd rather be happy. She'd rather be happy. We'll take that.
Hope you really enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode where that clip is from, then I want you to click right here where you can watch the full episode. And if you're ready to claim your man today, enroll in my program below, and I'll see you there. Wishing you an amazing day.